Hello students, in this video we'll see an example of equating two payment streams to find the effective annual rate of interest. So suppose that I is the effective annual rate of interest. Okay. And then what we always do with I is we look at our present value factor. So our present value factor is nu, and that's just 1 over 1 plus I. Okay. And let's solve a problem. So I have two payment streams. So given two equivalent payment streams, so here's my first payment stream. I'm going to initially get time 0. We're going to get $100. At time n, we're going to get $200. And then at time 2n, we're going to get $300. Okay? And the second payment stream is you're going to just be given $600. So given, let's say, well, I'll say our number's a little bit nicer. Let's be given $500 at time, let's say 10 years. Okay. So those are two equivalent payment streams. So if nu to the power n is equal to 1/2, find I. So we're given some information over here, and I have to equate these payment streams because I don't know what n is. So if I knew n, I'd be able to find I, but I can equate these two payment streams to actually find I. So let's do it. So we're going to bring everything back to time 0, okay? So what is the time 0 equation over here? So at time 0, we can look at our streams. So we have, here's our payment streams. Here's time 0 over here. Here's time n. Here's time 2n. I don't know where time 10 is relative to n. I could put it sort of anywhere I wish, right? I'm just going to sort of arbitrarily put it over here. Okay? Now we have to bring everything back to 0. So this payment of $100 is at time, this payment of 100 is at time 0. So that's right over there. That's $100 you have at time 0. That's in your pocket. Now you don't have $200 at time 0. You have the present value of that. So that $200 payment that you get at time n has to be brought all the way back to time 0. And you bring things back from time n to time 0 by hitting it with nu to the power n. Okay, so that's going to be a 200. That's what you don't have, but it's present value nu to the n. Okay? You get this payment of $300 at time 2n. So at time 2n, you get a $300 payment, but that has to be brought back all the way to time 0. And that's going to be hit with a factor of nu to the power 2n, whatever that time is. So then you're going to have 300 over here, nu to the 2n. And then finally, that payment of $500, this has to be equal to this equivalent payment stream. So this is exactly equal to this payment of $500 at time year 10. Now, of course, 10 could be over here or over here. We don't exactly know. But all I know is that this payment over here, if I bring it back to time 0, it's not 500 at time 0. I have to hit that with nu to the power 10 over here. So that's the same thing as 500 nu to the power 10. Okay, and so now how do we solve this equation? Well, I know what these things are. This is going to be 100 plus, now this is going to be 200. By assumption, nu to the power n is given to us as 1/2, right? So that's going to be a 1/2, and then plus 300, and then I'm going to have a 1/2 squared because nu to the 2n is 1/2 squared. So that's going to be 1/4 because that's 1/2 squared. This is equal to 500 nu to the power 10, okay? So let's simplify this. I have 100 over here, and then another 100 over here. That's going to be 200, and then this is going to be a 75. So this is 275 is equal to 500 nu to the power 10, okay? And that says that 275 over 500 is nu to the power 10. That allows me to solve for nu, right? This tells me that nu is equal to 275 over 500 to the 1/10 power. And now, of course, what is new? We know that new is 1 plus I, so I have to take the reciprocal of this thing over here. So take the reciprocal of both sides. If I take the reciprocal of both sides, that says that 1 plus I is going to be the reciprocal of this thing. We take the reciprocal of a fraction, what happens? It just flips. So this is going to be 500 over 275 to the 1/10 power. I take the reciprocal. And then we subtract 1. So I is going to be this number over here, 500 over 275 to the 1/10 power minus a 1. And so we plug this in the calculator, that will find the rate of interest I, whereas by which these payment streams will be equivalent to one another. Thank you very much.